For God's sake, there's a reason Chelsea went out and paid what they paid for Lukaku, because they just can't. As an out-and-out frontman, you can't be trusted as a natural goal scorer. I mean, I know he scored goals in the Bundesliga and he's having a tougher time. But he's a guy I think it's probably going to operate for Chelsea more in a wider position, or in behind the striker. Yeah. As Jan said, with his movement, there's been too many of them over the piece, particularly his time in Chelsea. Let's go back to Sane just a little bit. I think it's hard to quantify just how much of his confidence took a knock when Yogi Löw left him out. I think it was the 2018 World Cup. Yeah. And sometimes for a player, it affects him differently. And I think that for an international player, as 21, 22-year-old, I think he'd have been at the time, is a huge blow. And all right, he had these big moves on the go. He was at Man City and he was going to be moving to Bayern. It took a bit of time. But I think his confidence for sure took a knock, and it sometimes takes a little while to get that back. I don't think he's there quite yet. But clearly there's a good player in there, but it's down to him. Yeah. The consistency is down to him. You look at Serge Gnabry and how he rebuilt his career, going in to be at one point one of the best players at Bayern Munich, one of the most consistent players in the last couple of years. It's up to Leroy Sane to do something similar. It is one of the biggest criticisms of Sane, isn't it, Klinsmann? Yeah, again, it's the lack of consistency that we see from him. From a coach's perspective, how do you deal with that?
No, I think Craig said it right. Well, I mean, he struggled not going to Russia. I mean, this was a big deal, which was heavily discussed, obviously, in Germany, up and down. And it took its time. And you as a young player, you need the support of your environment. You need to to feel like you can go through struggle time. You can go through difficult games, and there's somebody on the side that gives you a hug or talks to you when things go wrong. And I mean, he has so much quality that he can. The only question is about the consistency. Now, with Julian Nagelsmann at Bayern, he will have a coach on his side that probably will every week, day in, day out, talk to him. Hansi Flick is a coach as well that is very good in communication. So maybe that changes a little bit the picture for Leroy Sane. But overall, he has to push himself. He has to ask himself, okay, what can I do to improve the situation, become more consistent, stay focused, and deliver all those performances that the people want to see from me, but especially I want to see for myself. You've just been caught out, haven't you?
What do you mean?
What you call Jurgen when behind the scenes.
I call Jurgen a lot worse than that.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.